An ordinary Civil Affairs Bureau divorce registration office. Behind Wilgan on the wall sat a man in a dark gray shirt. As he did this, there was a dark red mark on his left ring finger.
Feel what?
We were married for 20 years, and now we're divorced.
20 years, if it needs to end, it needs to end.
The woman froze. Her mouth opened but no words came. She turned and walked away. The man lowered his head and continued Cupid doit when register. His eyes were vacant as he watched every couple coming to file for divorce.
How can you not feel a thing?
I walked into the Civil Affairs Bureau lobby. My heels clicked against the marble floor. I am clad in a crisply tailored white suit. My hair is sleek and neatly combed. I walked to the divorce registration window without queuing. I stood before window 1 and placed a file on the counter. Are you Cupid Dwan? Cubo glanced up at me, her gaze pausing on her face for a split second before shifting to my left ring finger.
Are you here for a divorce?
I'm Venus Jones. I'm the director of the Perfect Match dating site, and I'm here to file a complaint against you.
Complain about me?
You broke up 42 couples. 42. They could have gotten married, but they came to you and got divorced.
I didn't break them up. They decided to divorce themselves.
You encouraged them. You said if it needs to end, it needs to end. You don't believe in love at all.
I do believe.
You believe?
I believe in love, but I also believe some love shouldn't continue.
What gives you the right to judge which love shouldn't continue?
Cupid didn't answer. He lowered his head and continued processing files. I sat by the window. I held a glass of red wine. My fiancé Roger sat across from me, holding my hand.
You went to the Civil Affairs Bureau today? What happened?
Nothing. Just a divorce registry who doesn't believe in love.
Don't worry about those people. We're different. We're fated to be together.
You're my fate.
Roger squeezed my hand tight. The palm of his hand was warm. On the wall, a minimalist department. Almost no red rope. It dropped from the ceiling, its end tied in a dead knot. Other 41 couples. A dating site CEO. I don't believe. The red croaked he said I don't believe, trembled slightly.
I believe what I believe.
The Civil Affairs Bureau was the lights and the divorce registration office were still lied. Cupid sat behind window 1, holding a red rope, extremely thin. He wrapped it around his left ringer and tied a knot. Then he let go. The red rope slid off on its own.
Another one.
He stood up and walked out of the office. As he walked down the hall, his shadow was stretched long by the light. I came again. This time I walked directly to window 1 and placed a stack of documents on the counters. I checked the records. You've worked here for 3 years, handled 42 divorces.
So?
You're encouraging them to divorce?
They've already broken once before they even arrived.
What do you mean?
It means you're only seeing the result. Before they came, that thread had already broken.
What thread?
The one on your hand. That thread is still there.
When I said that thread, I felt the ring tighten for an instant. I took it off and placed it on the nightstand.
What thread?
Today, did you feel like something was off? I miss words. I put the phone down. That's a note that your hand is still down.
The thread on your hand is still there, but it's already starting to loosen.
The red rope in his palm moved slightly, like it was responding. I used big data matching algorithms to help people find their fated ones.
After I finished my last sentence, applause filled the conference room. Lily sat in the corner, clapping.
You've been off lately. I'm fine. You went to the Civil Affairs Bureau yesterday. You went to see that divorce register.
How do you know?
Because you never cared about divorced people before. You only paid attention to those who were about to get married.
Because I don't understand, if it's fate, why it breaks.
What if they were never fated in the first place?
I didn't speak. I turned and walked away.
Let's get married. Next month.
Okay.
Roger smiled. His smile was perfect. He walked over the desk and turned on the computer when an encrypted booklet popped up on the screen containing over a dozen photos inside.
Number 7. That's enough.
He shut down the computer. The corner of his tooth curved in a way completely different than before. That thread was still there, but its edges had already developed tiny frayed ends, like a rope about to break.
Congratulations.
You won't wish me well?
I wish you well. But I don't wish well on your choice.
You don't even know what my choice is.
I know. You chose someone who's tied the same thread 6 times.
What did you say?
Go ask him if he has an old mark on his left ring finger.
Sweetheart, so late?
Do you have an old mark on your left ring finger?
2 seconds of silence on the other end.
No. What are you talking about?
Have you been married before?
No. I only love you.
Okay. Good night. He is lying.
She's starting to untie
As he
that thread.
spoke, the thin red train in his hand tied itself into a knot on its own. I sat at my desk, with a survey report spread out before me. I had hired a private detective earlier. Roger Smith, over the past 6 years, had established fiancé relationships with 6 women.
I'm the 7th.
I closed the file. I sat there for a long time.
You checked.
You knew all along.
I saw it.
Why didn't you just tell me?
I understand the reason.
You wouldn't have. You needed to find out for yourself.
I believe you now. I'm calling off the wedding.
You canceled it, but he will go looking for number 8.
Can you stop him?
I can.
How?
I use this thread to bind all his past toxic ties back to him.
Toxic eyes?
Every person he's hurt, their resentment leaves marks on the red rope. I tie it back to him, and he'll see them.
He heard a sound behind him, very soft, like a woman crying. He turned around, no one. He turned back, on the computer screen, a photo appeared. He recognized her, the first woman he'd cheated.
Who?
No one answered, but he heard many voices, coming from every corner of the room, different women's voices.
You're not real.
A hand from behind, rest on his shoulder. He turned. He saw 6 women. They looked at him. They didn't speak, but their lips moved.
Toxic ties entwined. He'll see them, until he repays.
The red rope, under the moonlight, glowed a dark red. Roger woke up. He thought last night was a dream, but when he opened his eyes, he saw them. 6 women sat in every corner of his room. Some were brushing their hair, some reading, some standing by the window. He screamed. They didn't disappear.
Why are you still here?
Because you haven't paid yet.
It's you! What did you do to me? Those women!
They're your debts from the past. I just let you see them.
Make them go away! Make them disappear!
They won't them of their money. You cheated them of their trust. Unless you of their...
Repay what?
Every single one must be repaid.
Help me, that woman, that the divorce register, he's hurting me.
He helped you see yourself.
I didn't reply. Roger sat in the center of the room clutching his head. The 6 women surrounded him. They didn't speak.
I'll pay. What do I have to do to pay?
Return the money you stole, to every single one of them. Return the trust you stole. Give it back.
I can't. They won't take my money.
Then let them see that you regret it.
I regret it.
The 6 women, when he said those 3 words, all looked at him together. Raja started transferring money. He sent his savings, one by one, back to the accounts of the 6 women. With each transfer, one woman disappeared from the room.
You owe me an apology.
I'm sorry.
The second woman dissolved too. The third, the fourth, the fifth.
You owe Venus the truth.
I know.
The 6th woman dissolved.
Venus. I've come to apologize.
You apologized. You saw them.
I saw them.
I never loved you. I owe you the trunny.
Say it.
I cheated 6 people. You're the 7th. I'm sorry.
I know. I forgive you.
Roger looked up.
I forgive you not because you don't deserve hate, but because hating you would make me like you. She closed the door.
Cupid stood by the window. He felt it. The last wronged soul had also dissolved. He apologized. The red rope in his hand loosened. The dead knot came undone.
The 7th one. The 7th time. He told the truth. Her thread has broken.
Venus walked into the Civil Affairs Bureau. She wasn't wearing heels, no heavy makeup. She walked to window 1 and placed a document on the counter. Cupid looked down. It was a marriage registration cancellation application. Cupid looked up at her.
I canceled the wedding.
You canceled your trust in him.
I canceled my belief in fate.
What do you believe in now?
I believe in breaking threads.
Venus sat in Cupid's office. She looked at the red rope hanging on the wall. It hung quietly, motionless.
What exactly are you?
I am a fate dissoler.
Fate dissoler. You're the rival of the matchmaker.
I am. The matchmaker ties red threads. I break them.
You break threads that shouldn't exist.
You believe now?
I saw you do it.
Cupid sat at the desk. Venus stood behind him. She looked at the red rope in his hand, that extremely thin thread spun from moonlight.
Everyone's thread.
I can.
My thread. Is it broken?
Your thread is broken, but a new one hasn't been tied yet.
Will a new thread be tied?
Not necessarily. Sometimes, once it's broken, it's broken.
Will you help me tie one?
Cupid didn't answer. An old-style courtyard, sandalwood incense drifted through the air. In the courtyard, countless red threads intertwined into a web hanging from branches, extending into the unseen distance. Matchmaker Chang Gang sat in the center of the courtyard, twisting a red thread in his hand. His movements were slow, like weaving an invisible web.
A thread broke. Cupid Dwan, you broke another one. Time to go see him.
Cupid was processing files. A man in old-style tongue suit walked in the civil affairs bureau, skipped the line, and went straight to a window.
Cupid,
Changgung.
you broke another thread. That thread was tied by me.
That thread was tied wrong.
There are no wrong threads, only scissors that cut too fast.
She was almost ruined for life by a con man.
That was her trial. Getting through it, she would have grown. You cut it and she lost a chance to grow.
I chose not to let her go through that trial.
You're always like this. You cut the threads you think shouldn't exist. But have you ever thought there might be a turning point I set up?
If a turning point sacrificing a woman's lifelong trust, that's not a turning point. That's harm.
As many as you cut, I'll tie that many. We will always be rivals.
The matchmake came to see you.
He came.
He said the threads you cut were his turning points.
He's lying.
How do you know?
Because I've seen the turning points he talks about. None of them made them better. They just, after getting hurt, learned to stop believing.
Like me.
Like you.
Changgung sat in the center of the courtyard. A massive web of threads hung before him. He pulled one from the web, dark red, soaked in resentment.
Cupid. For every one you cut, I add one more. The more you cut, the denser the web becomes. You'll be back, because every thread you cut rebounds.
On Cupid's wrist, a new mark appeared, like the trace of a thin thread tightened around it.
Rebound.
Rebound. What is it?
Every thread I cut leaves a mark on me. The more I cut, the deeper the marks. The toxic ties I dissever become my own toxic ties.
You get hurt?
Yes, but not fatally.
You have been bearing this all along?
Cupid didn't answer.
To cut that thread, you bore the rebound.
I'm used to it.
I'm not used to it. You cut one thread, I'll bear half of it for you.
You can't.
Why?
Because you're not a fate destroyer. You don't have a red rope.
I do.
Now have a red rope.
That's not my red rope.
But it's tied on my hand. This is my thread. Changgung sat in the center of the courtyard. He felt it. Someone had tied a new thread on their own hand. Not tied by himself. Tied.
She's tying a thread for herself with that fate destroyer. That thread is fragile. She'll cut it herself.
Venus sat before window 1. She hadn't come to file for divorce. She sat in the chair across from Cupid.
Tell me, how did you become a fate deslaver?
I used to be a matchmaker too.
You used to be a matchmaker too?
A long time ago, I tied threads. I thought I was doing the right thing, binding two people together. Later, I saw people who were bound, hurting each other. I saw that thread shouldn't exist.
You cut the first one.
I cut the first one. Then I found myself no longer belonging to the matchmaker's side.
You became his rival.
Rival.
I tied a thread for myself, related to you.
That thread is the first time I've seen someone tie one for themselves.
Will it break?
No,
Why?
because when you tied it, you looked at me.
She tied her own. Cupid. She tied a thread on her own hand, connected to you.
That thread is stronger than I thought.
Hello, I'm the new intern. My name is Xiao Qi.
I didn't apply for an intern.
The matchmaker sent me.
The matchmaker?
Matchmaker said, go learn how to cut threads from Cupid.
Do you know who I am?
Yes, you're the fate dissolver, the matchmaker's rival. So cool.
Sent by the matchmaker?
Yes, matchmaker said, go learn how to cut threads, then come back and tell me.
He sent you to be a spy.
I know, but I still want to learn how to cut threads. Teach me how to cut threads.
Do you know that cutting threads rebounds?
Yes.
Do you know that those who cut threads bear toxic ties?
Yes.
Do you know, if you learn to cut threads, the matchmaker will turn you into a rival?
Yes.
Then you still want to learn?
I want to learn, because I've seen wrong threads done by the matchmaker. Many. I want to help correct them.
Starting tomorrow.
She went. She's learning.
She'll learn. Then she'll come back with all his secrets.
Xiaoqi stood beside Cupid. She watched him process files, taking divorce certificates, opening them, stamping them, handing them back.
How do you know which threads should be cut?
I don't need to know. They tell me.
They tell you?
Threads have voices. Broken threads, after they break, tell why they shouldn't have existed. You need to learn to listen.
Yaoqi sat at the desk. Before her lay a thread, ordinary, white. She closed her eyes. She listened. She heard the thread saying, I tied two people. They weren't right for each other. Together, they drained each other.
I heard it.
You heard it.
Then, how do you cut it?
With your hand, a gentle tug.
Xiaoqi reached that thread. It broke. She felt on her wrist a very light pain, like a prick from a fine needle.
She looked down. On her wrist, a very faint mark had appeared.
Rebound.
You cut your first one. You'll remember it.
Chang'an sat in the center of the courtyard, in the thread web in his hand. An extremely thin thread broke.
She cut her first one. She learned to listen to threads. She'll cut more and more. Then, she'll become a rival too.
Xiaoqi stood beside Cupid again. She cut 2 threads today. With each cut, another mark appeared on the back of her hand.
I'm becoming like you.
You're learning.
In the future, will I be like you too? Bearing all the rebounds?
Yes. If you keep cutting.
Then I'll keep going. She's walking your path.
She's walking her own path.
She'll become someone like you?
If she keeps going, she will.
You won't stop her?
I can't stop someone from choosing to become a rival. Just like I didn't stop myself back then.
The second one, she'll cut faster and faster. I tie. You cut. The more you cut, the denser the web becomes. The more you cut, the closer you come to me.
I want a divorce, but I'm scared.
Scared of what?
Scared that I can't survive alone.
You alone live well. You've just forgotten.
The woman looked up. Her eyes were red.
With him, you're disappearing. Leave him and you'll reappear.
I'll divorce. She signed. Cupid stamped it. She stood up. Her shoulders were a little shorter than before.
Xiaoqi sat at the desk. She held the broken thread. It was still sounding. It said, I broke, I'm free.
Broken threads have a voice. It says, I'm free.
You heard it.
I heard it. The voice of broken threads is freedom.
Freedom. The threads you cut, they say freedom. I'll show you. Freedom is temporary.
I want to learn to cut threads too.
Why do you want to learn?
Because I tied my own thread. I want to know how to cut it.
Then listen.
He handed me a thread. Venus took it. I thread in my palm vibrating. I closed my eyes. I heard the thread saying, it tied 2 people. One was waiting, one was running. I heard it.
Then cut.
The thread broke. I felt a sting on my wrist. I looked down, a very faint mark.
Rebound.
You cut your first one. You'll remember it.
I cut my first one. I felt the weight of cutting a thread. You'll get used to it. I won't get used to it. But I will keep going.
She's started cutting too. 3 people, all cutting threads. That web will grow denser and denser.
I have no idea how I ended up here. All I remember is that I was already standing here when I woke up. Chang'an sat in the center of the courtyard, twisting a red thread in his hand.
Venus Jones, you're here.
You brought me here.
I want to talk with you about that thread you tied for yourself.
You tied a thread connected to Cupid. Do you know that thread will bind you to him?
I know.
Do you know that thread can break?
It won't.
How do you know?
Because I won't cut it.
That thread If you don't cut it, it will stay tied forever. You'll be bound by it for life.
I'm willing.
She went.
He stood up and walked to the window. In the night, he couldn't see the matchmaker's courtyard.
She's saying, I'm willing.
You invited me here just to tell me that thread will bind me for life.
I'm here to remind you.
Remind me of what?
Mind you, that thread wasn't tied by him. You tied it yourself. If he cuts it, you'll shatter.
He won't cut it.
How do you know?
Because I trust him.
You trust him. Then you can go.
I will always trust him. I'm leaving now. Changgung stood in the center of the courtyard. The thread web swayed gently in the night wind. The matchmaker came to me. He said that self-tied thread will bind me for life.
He did?
He also said if you cut it, I'll shatter.
Will you cut it?
No.
Why?
Because that thread is the only one I've ever seen that isn't wrong.
Xiaoqi sat at the desk. Before her lay an old notebook. She'd stolen it. It was the matchmaker's thread web records. She flipped to the middle and stopped. She saw a line.
His access is still there.
Cupid, you can still see the thread web.
I can see it.
Then you know what the matchmaker is planning?
I know. He's weaving a bigger web. A web that will bind everyone in it.
She saw it. She saw that line. They'll come. They'll walk into the web.
The matchmaker is weaving a huge web. He wants to bind everyone in it.
He sent me to learn cutting. So after I learn, I'd go back and tell him how to reinforce the web.
He knew you'd see that line.
He deliberately let you see it.
He's leading us.
Leading us where?
Leading us into his web. They saw it. They're discussing it. They will come. I'm waiting for you.
If we don't go, what happens?
He'll keep weaving until the web covers everyone.
Then we go.
Going, we might get trapped.
If we don't go, more people will be trapped.
I'll go with you.
Okay. Tomorrow, before sunset.
You've come.
You were waiting for us.
I've been waiting all along for you to walk into the web you cut. Every thread you've cut is in the web. Now, they're coming back to you.
I heard the sound of those strings. You cut me. You set me free. But you also bore my weight. I remember you. Every single one was speaking to her. You cut us. You bore our rebounds. Are you okay?
I'm still here.
You're all here.
Cuted, you've cut threads your whole life. Now, all the threads in the web are waiting for you to make a choice.
What choice?
The choice? Do you keep cutting,
Or do you let them be tied again?
Cupid stood in the center of the threads. Those dark red threads floated around him. They were waiting for him.
These threads, every one was cut by you. You set them free, but you also made them homeless.
They shouldn't have existed.
What gives you the right to judge? You, a former matchmaker assistant. What gives you the right to decide should stay and which should be cut?
What I rely on is their voices. Every thread tells me they don't want to be tied.
The threads, as he spoke, fell silent.
You can hear their voices.
I can hear them.
I've tied threads my whole life. I can't hear them.
Because you don't want to listen.
I stand amidst the layer of threads. Those threads I have cut are floating all around me. They make no sound anymore, only gazing at me quietly.
What do you want me to do? How? Take us to a place where we can exist freely. I'll take you out.
You are free. Where do you want to go?
The threads before her wove into a picture, a sky without a web.
Okay, I'll take you out.
Cupid stood at the spiderweb center. Xiaoqi and I closed in from separate levels and directions. The three of us, 6 hands, gripped one glowing silk thread together.
You want to cut it together?
Not cutting, it's taking it out.
Take it out to where?
To a place without a web.
It began to extend outward. Through the web layers, through the courtyard, through the night, stretching into the distance.
They took it. She took my web.
That thread lay quietly on the table. It no longer glowed. It was just an ordinary red rope.
We brought it out. It is free.
It's free. We are too.
A young woman sat before window.
I want a divorce, but something feels wrong.
Wrong?
We'd already separated, but lately I keep feeling like something is pulling me. Cupid's hand paused over the file. His gaze fell on her wrist. He saw an extremely thin, nearly invisible thread wrapped around her wrist. Not her own thread, something foreign.
You've been tied.
Tied by what?
Cupid didn't answer. He reached out. His fingers paused above her wrist. He didn't touch her, but he felt it. That thread came from the matchmaker's new web. I saw it too. The matchmaker's new web has already begun. We stood by the window. In the distance, toward the matchmaker's courtyard, a thread of dark red light was spreading.
He's weaving a new one, more hidden than before. He's not tying visible threads. They're invisible. You can't feel them, but you're already caught.
He's already started. He's faster than we thought.
That girl from before? Her thread? Was it from the new web?
Yes. He's no longer weaving a whole web. He scatters threads, one by one, tying them to people's wrists.
How do we cut them?
Find the tie point. Cut the source.
The source is in the matchmaker's hands.
Right. The source is in the matchmaker's hands.
The new web was sparser than the old one, but every thread was thinner, more resilient.
They found it. They saw the first one I scattered.
He split the dark red thread in his hand into another one.
But they'll find the thinner the thread, the harder it is to cut.
I still think about him. I don't want to go back, but I can't control it.
Cupid looked at the thin thread on her wrist. It was tightening.
What you're feeling isn't your feeling. It's the weight of that thread.
That thread is pulling me? It's gone.
It's gone. You're free.
Thank you.
She left. Xiaoqi sat at the desk. She held the thin thread she'd pulled out. It was thinner and more slippery than any they'd cut before.
He changed the thread. Before it was red rope. Now it's this.
He's adapting to us. We cut red ropes. He switches to something harder to catch.
He won't stop. He'll keep changing until there's one we can't cut.
Then I'll keep cutting too.
Chengen sat in the center of the courtyard. He felt it. The first thin thread he'd scattered had been pulled out.
She cut it. She found the tie point. But I'll scat more. The more she cuts, the faster I scatter. Tomorrow, 5 new people will be tied.
That day, 3 different people sat before window 1, a middle-aged man, a young girl, an elderly woman. Cupid found a thin thread on each of their wrists. He cut them one by one.
He scattered 3.
He'll scatter more.
He's testing our speed.
He's wearing us down. He scatters threads, we cut them. The more he scatters, the more we cut. We will tire.
I'm tired.
You're already tired.
But I'll keep going.
We all need rest.
The matchmaker won't rest. He doesn't need to.
And you? Will you rest?
I won't. But I can have you beside me.
They cut 3. They're tired. Tomorrow, 5. The day after, 7. The more they cut, the faster I scatter.
Xiaoqi sat before window, the 4th person today. On her wrist, a thin thread. Xiaoqi reached to cut it. As her fingers touched the thread, she felt it. That thread was tougher than before. She pulled. It didn't break.
It won't break.
The matchmaker added resilience. He's adapting to our strength.
Then how do we cut it?
Use force. Use your will.
I cut it, but it hurt more.
He's increasing the cost. The harder you pull, the heavier the rebound.
But I still cut it.
We stood by the window. The red rope from the old web, on the windowsill, glowed softly in the moonlight.
The matchmaker is upgrading. With every cut, he adds another layer of resilience.
He's competing with us to see who can last longer.
We'll last.
You know he's waiting for us to tire.
I know, but I won't get so tired I can't cut.
She cut it, but she hurt more. They'll hurt more and more, until someone stops first.
You seem off today. I'm fine. You keep looking at your wrist. What are you looking at? He tied me.
He tied you.
He tied me. He chose me.
He's testing.
Testing what?
Testing whether I would go to his courtyard for you.
Will you?
I will.
He will go. He'll walk into the matchmaker's courtyard. For me.
I'll go, but I'll take you both with me.
You'll come. You'll walk into my web for her. I'll wait for you. You came faster than I expected.
You tied her.
I tied her because I wanted to see you walk in.
You wanted him to walk into your web.
Cupid walked toward the new web. He reached out, touched one of the threads. He pulled hard. The thread broke. On his wrist, a new mark.
I cut it. You cut it. But your hand is shaking.
That's my concern.
His marks are getting deeper. He's cut countless threads. Every one left a trace on him. Can you see how much longer he can hold on?
However long he can hold on, I'll stand beside him.
You would bear for him?
I will.
I reached out and took Cupid's hand. I felt the mark on his wrist, under my palm, gradually becoming warm.
I bored it.
You can go. Today, you win.
We'll keep going.
You cut one for me?
I cut one for you. You cut countless for me.
We are both bearing.
He's using our marks.
He's using our cut marks to weave his new web.
The more we cut, the stronger his web gets.
He's using us against us.
The more you cut, the stronger my web becomes. Every thread you cut gives me one more strand.
If we keep cutting, his web will grow denser.
If we stop cutting, he'll keep scattering threads.
Then what do we do?
We don't cut. We change our approach.
What approach?
We don't cut. We tie. Tie them where they won't break.
The Civil Affairs office lies quiet after dark. Cupid's 7 eyes sit round the dark wooden desk under soft, warm light. The red thread from the old net rests on the table, dusted with fine fibers. We breathe slowly in silent tension.
This thread is free. It won't be absorbed by the matchmaker's web.
Because it's free, it can't be used again.
Then we tie the newly cut threads to places that are free.
Tie them where they won't break.
Where is a place that won't break?
Tie them to yourself. Tie them to someone you trust.
This is one I cut myself. I tie it back to myself.
This one I cut. I tie it to you.
You tie it to me?
Yes, because I trust you.
This one I cut. I tie it to you.
This is your thread.
Yes, it's mine.
They're tying threads back to themselves. They're tying threads for themselves. They're learning. They're using my methods against me.
Fewer couples came for divorce today than yesterday, but for every couple, Cupid saw the threads on their wrists. Some were the matchmaker's dark threads. Some were self-tied warm threads.
They're learning. They're tying threads themselves.
They're learning how not to rely on the matchmaker. We're learning too.
The 3 sat at the table. On each of their wrists was a self-tied thread. Venus's was tied by Cupid. Cupid's was an old thread he'd tied himself. Xiaoqi's was tied by her.
It is still glowing.
Because it was tied in the right place. Tied right, it won't break.
What about the matchmaker's web?
He's still weaving, but he can't absorb our marks anymore.
What he weaves is his own.
Right. What he weaves is his own.
They're no longer supplying me. They're tying their own thread. They're becoming their own matchmaker.
They cut off my supply. They no longer leave traces. My web is just me now.
The 3 stood by the window. In the distance toward the matchmaker's courtyard, that light was dinning.
He's weakening.
His web is emptying.
Did we win?
We didn't win against him. We made him become just a person.
The matchmaker. I've tied threads my whole life. Now, no one needs me to tie. I tie it to myself. I'll start over, starting with myself.
Behind window 1, I sat side by side with Cupid.
I'm here for a divorce. I've cut part of it myself, but there's one more I can't cut on my own.
This one you don't need to cut yourself.
He reached out and touched the thread. It slipped away in his hand, like a thread finally released.
Thank you.
She stood up. She walked toward the door. As she walked it away, her steps were steady. On the windowsill, that old red thread was still in its place, and the red thread on his wrist remained there too, like a star in the night sky.
Is it over?
No, people will still cut, people will still tie. People will still need to be seen.
Then we will always be here.
We will.
On the windowsill,
That old red rope swayed slightly in the moonlight. It was warm.